This is the Honda Goldwing, a 367 kilogram luxury bike with a horizontally opposed flat six, a torque figure so high you'd have to ride it to believe it, and of course a reverse gear. Now, people have dubbed this bike the Rolls Royce of motorcycles, and to be honest, I think I might be inclined to agree. Now, 2025 marks 50 years of Goldwing, half a century of evolution from a flat four to the sophisticated high-tech tourer that you see today. Whilst this bike is built to crush continents in comfort, don't be fooled, this thing can shift. I'm Usernamekate, and today I'm going to be swinging my leg over the Goldwing Bagger DCT to find out if it is just a sofa on wheels or if it's the secret weapon of a serious rider. Right, let's find out. Actually, so before we do ride, I do just want to put on the screen now the differences between the 2024 and 2025 model, because this is a 2024. I'll put the difference in colours and prices and what's changed for 2025 on the screen now, so you can pause it at your leisure. Right, let's get riding. Oh, okay, I'm riding the big girl. She is big, she is fat, but we don't fat shame here, okay? We absolutely do not fat shame. We embrace, we're inclusive. We take things for what they are. And today I am riding the Big Bertha, the behemoth, the whopper that is a Goldwing. Now, I'd be lying, you know, if I didn't say I wasn't a teeny bit nervous, purely because of the sheer size of this bike and the sheer size of me. I am an absolute dweeb. It is slightly daunting to get on something that weighs 367 kilograms and is the length of the Titanic. So we're going to be turning here, so we will be braking. Oh, feet down. So the seat height of this bike is 775mm, yeah, but the seat is so freaking wide that I am like tiptoes on either side. So being tiptoey on something so big without a clutch is a little bit a bit scary for me at the moment, but I'm sure I'll settle into it. Just keep telling myself to be loosey and be goosey. Alright, so off we go. DCT set off was quite nice there. We're in the bend. We're already in third gear, fourth gear. We'll accelerate. This is a 50. We've got no clutch, we've got no gear shifter. We're in 7th gear because this DCT bad boy is a 7-speed transmission, which is crazy. So it just keeps the revs so low, which is ideal for a reliable engine and something that can absolutely munch up the miles. Now, as you can see probably from my face cam, this is like a spaceship, a proper spaceship. It's a very impressive display and infotainment system. So we're braking gradually, we're in 4th gear. It's not dropped it down to 3rd, even though we've gone to like 20 miles an hour. But that was very, very smooth. That was quite good. Very impressive. Oh, yeah, I feel great on this thing. I feel great. I was nervous at first. I really was, especially because getting off the driveway is, you know, a little bit where I live. But I've settled into it. I'm trying to relax. And yeah, so far so good. There is a particularly horrific bump here, which always unsettles a bike. That was alright, wasn't too bad. With this being the DCT Bagger and not the Tour version, we don't have that semi-active suspension or anything like that that works with what mode you're in. The suspension is just what it is. So we have that Showa wishbone suspension at the front. But yeah, so far it feels like I'm riding a comfy armchair. So we're gonna stop here. You can feel it dropping the gears. But one good thing about DCT is I can't stall. So with something that weighs quite a lot of kilograms, it's quite daunting, the prospect of stalling, because if you stall with a bit of your, you know, steering on, it can often lead to a bit of a tumble. I was a bit nervous about tight bends, but honestly, that was pretty tight and that was fine. I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna gel with this. Oh my gosh, of course it has its impracticalities, like the fact that it is like you are driving an SUV, but you're actually riding a motorcycle because of how wide it is. Like, the mirrors are the widest point on this, and I know that because getting it into the garage, I watched Mike ride it in and he had to fold the mirrors in, but the panniers cleared it, the door, with about 2 inches either side. The thing just feels awesome. It's really hard to explain. So it's just dropping down the gears now because we're going quite slow. It's just dropped to 4. But again, 20 mile an hour, 4th gear. Oh, lovely. So we're in Tour mode. It's got 4 modes. We've got Tour, we've got Sport, we've got Econ, and we've got Rain. And the different modes kind of do different things in terms of throttle response and DCT urgency when it comes to like switching gears and stuff like that. So Tour is kind of the base setting that Honda have for us. So the thing is, with Sport you get, you know, a more responsive throttle response, which is great, but the DCT is a bit more, you know, violent in its working, which for me, you know, just setting out today, pretty sure I'll just keep it in Tour for the moment, maybe until we get to some twisties. So we're in a 40 and I think we're just gonna go up over Belmont Road. Lots of, oh, this is where I'm supposed to turn. Pay attention, Kate. Oh, right, I've settled into it instantly. I've settled into it. I feel great, I feel good, I feel in control. Yeah, this is mint. Please don't pull out on me. Unless you want me to go through you. Okay, so we've got probably the tightest bend I have encountered so far. I'm very mindful of the pegs because I was pillion on this bike yesterday and Mike was scraping them here. And I don't like scraping pegs, especially not on something so big. It makes me feel really uneasy, like they're gonna dig in and spit me off. So yeah, I'm gonna insert some footage now of the walking mode, which is very helpful for a bike of this weight. Like, it's absolutely, it's a lot of bike. And yeah, you can put it in R mode, which shows on the screen, and then it goes into F, which is forward, and you can use the controls forward and back to kind of just walk you forward at a really sedate pace so that you can kind of get yourself out of tricky situations. Also, unlike some other motorcycles like BMW's R18, that kind of the reverse gear works on the starter motor, but with this it's like the engine's doing it, so I feel like it could reverse you up a bit of a steep hill if you needed a bit of a hand with it, you know. It's so weird. I can see the Showa wishbone suspension working through the little gap. It's very unique. It's also quite a strange bike to steer in the sense that the bars kind of aren't where you'd think they'd be given where everything meets down there. So you turn and yeah, if you're not used to it, you can probably feel maybe a little bit disconnected with that front end. You know, unlike something that you're right leant over and you can feel everything. This does feel a little bit glidey, but not glidey in the sense of like BMW's telelever suspension. It feels a little bit like that, but I don't know, you do feel bumps a bit more, so I feel like you do have a bit more front end feel with this. So tight bend round here. Oh, easy does it. Easy does it. Look at that for you. Wow, wow. So we're going to head over Belmont today. So this bike currently has just over half a tank in it. It's showing 143 mile range. So with a full tank, I reckon a 200 mile range would be achievable on this bike. Right, so we're braking. The brakes are amazing actually. You just need the lightest touch of the brakes. They are combined brakes. So we can see nothing's coming. So I just go, go, go. I kind of want to shift a second, but there's no shifter. And we're already in 5th. So this bike is way ahead of me. 6th now. So actually we might try and set its cruise control, because this bike is laden with tech and features. Now the cruise control is in a bit of an annoying place for me, because if you look at the span of my hands, like where my thumb reaches compared to the button, so we'll just reach out for it, and then we'll get to 50, and then let's get it to 50, and then we'll set it, and now it's set. So we're set at a nice 50, just like normal cruise control. You know, if we want to go a bit slower, we'll go down, and then you can see it corresponds on the screen there. So we're about to go into a 30 now, so I'll gradually just pop it down. 36, slow down, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29. Might have to go a bit lower because this car's going quite slow in front. So we put it down to 25, cruise control on. It's a little bit, feels a little bit in betweeny gears. We'll go up a bit because she's going a bit faster now. So we'll put it to 30 miles an hour, which is a normal speed in the UK. Yeah, you can kind of feel it wanting to... It's not bad, like you can just feel it working and doing its thing. So yeah, the engine. With this bike we have a horizontally opposed flat 6. A bloody flat 6, and it sounds amazing. Now, brake horsepower figures on this bike are 125 brake horsepower, but that's not the headline figure for me, it's the torque figure. Bearing in mind, a BMW R1300 GS is something like 149 newton meters. This thing has 170 newton meters of torque. What an outstanding figure. Right, we're in a 50, so we've turned the cruise control off. I just pressed the button. But yeah, we can get flowing now. So obviously because of the weight of this thing, it holds a line exceptionally. To kind of its detriment in some cases. Say you're going around a bend and there's something particularly big and you want to move over a bit quicker, you know, it's not the most agile to do that and to get there. Oh man, it really is like you're just riding a giant barge. Yeah, it is awesome. The brakes, I think the brakes are so good. 6 piston calipers, 2 320mm discs. In my opinion, lots of stopping power. One thing, I have to keep looking at my speed and increasing it. Somebody on my Facebook, I think it was Stephen Knight, he described this bike as like a bubble of calm, and I couldn't agree more with him. Like, life is just great. It's just a mile muncher. It's an absolute mile muncher, that's what this is. Honestly, I'm absolutely loving it so far. We've got a load of buttons on the switchgear which can look pretty crazy, but I feel like it's all fairly, actually quite intuitive. We can adjust the screen electrically, or electronically, which I think is great. Put the screen up. Goodbye, goodbye. When will I see you again? Oh, never, never. joke. But yeah, it's an awesome screen that. I absolutely love it. Just like the wind, I'm not really getting any wind hitting me at all. Just feel a little bit cocooned. Cows! Oh, honestly, I find this bike amazing. Absolutely amazing. I thought I wouldn't like it because of its sheer size and oh man. Yes, I'm impressed with this bike. I am impressed. I have to say though, as I mentioned when I first started this vlog, the seat height, when Honda said to me, do you want a Goldwing? I was like, oh, just quickly look at the seat height. 775mm, easy job. It'll be like the Rocket 3, just like, you know, an intimidating weight and size, but an actual really low seat height, so no stress or issues whatsoever. Anyway, the seat is wide and it does splay your legs out a little bit. Yeah, we'll jump on for a junction and we'll go see Stuart, my buddy, at his business at MC Hub. But yeah, the splayed legs does add to it being, you know, not super low in my opinion. So we're going real slow here. Real slow. We're going to be turning right. Round here. Again, try not to be very leany with it because I don't want to be scrapey, not today. So we're going to join the motorway because why the hell not? You know what, that's what this bike was made for. It's straight over. Straight up to 70. 7th gear, 2,500 revs. Mental. Oh yeah. Bit of me this, bit of me. Okay, so we can see it's clear. Oh, crikey. Now, we can't filter here. We can't filter because, you know... Oh! Hello! That was nice. But yeah, I haven't actually really revved this yet, so I will rev it shortly and show you guys what this bike sounds like because it's phenomenal. So we're behind a little learner. I don't know why we need to really go this slow. Come on. I'm on a bloody Goldwing. Can you help a girl out? But actually, this slow control is wonderful. Look how slow I'm going. No bother actually. So yeah, this is slow learner car proof. We're loosey-goosey now. We've released the tension. Oh my god, slow speed on this is just... I do like it. Oh man, smooth as hell. We arrived safe and in one piece. Right, so I've just stopped at my favourite place, MC Hub in Darwin, for all your motorcycle parts and accessory needs. And clothing also. Right, and now it's time to get back on the Goldwing. So we'll switch it on. We'll make sure it's in neutral. Well, it automatically puts itself back in neutral. Lift it off the stand. Okay. Navigation being initialised. Take the parking brake off. We're on a bit of a hill, so we can roll down a bit. We don't have to utilise the reverse gear here, I wouldn't say, because gravity is very much on my side. There we go. Switch her on. Okay. Right, put it in drive. Clunk. See you later! And off we go. So setting off with the DCT is lovely. So we've just put it in sport mode. Sounds fruitier. So hopefully in sport mode it'll just cling on to the gears a little bit longer. Clear. Ah, okay. Throttle response is definitely improved in sport. For sure. Yeah, it's got a bit more urgency about the throttle pickup when it's in sport mode. I wonder though how the DCT will feel with the slower stuff in sport mode. Will it be okay? Will it be a bit scarier? We're just bombing it down the outside because that's what we do. 200 yards to slot in. So we'll edge our bets and we'll just slot in here. Oh, what the hell? Get this up. We're out in the Nox mesh jacket today, the Urbane Pro Mark III, because it's warm. And when do you get a chance to wear a mesh jacket in the UK? Barely ever. Honestly, the mirrors are just amazing. They're not electronic. I thought they would be, but they're not. Oh yeah, it sounds alive in sport mode. It sounds alive. Oh, I can understand the desire to have it in tour mode. If you've got a pillion, you're loaded up, you're just vibing, you're just chilling. But yeah, in sport mode, it's like unleashed. Yeah, we're in a national now, so let's see what it's like to go into bends. Oh wow, you do have to ride it a bit different. So just kind of finding the flow of it then. There's our right of way, but there's nothing coming. That's lovely. Oh, we've got a few cars in front. Don't want to get it wrong and whiz off the edge. Oh, come on, guys. Sucks, man. I want to play. Like that guy in that film with Will Smith and Margot Robbie. I want to play. Okay. So yeah, the throttle's not massively imminent in tour mode. We've just put it in sport. Instantly, it's far more aggressive. It's far more crazy. Up we go! Woo! It can accelerate, that's for sure. Oh my god, that throttle is urgent in sport. Urgent, I tell you. I almost wish there was a bit of an in-between throttle response, you know? Like something a bit more picky-uppy than tour, but something a bit less violent than sport. Who am I kidding? Sport mode is fun. Fun, fun, fun. Oh yes. Brakes. Oh, I think they're brilliant. So it's holding second and the revs are quite high. 5,000. It definitely makes it more like a coil spring. That's for sure. So it's clunked into second. Will it? It's in first. I didn't even feel it going to first, to be honest. That's alright, isn't it? So stop starting on this thing isn't as bad as I thought it would be. I guess the only bad thing is when you are of little limb like me, it's very tiptoe heavy when you stop. But it's actually not that bad. So these roads will definitely be interesting. Let's give it some. Actually, okay, she's a mover and groover. She's moving and she's grooving. Mover and groover. I mean, you gotta be a bit calm around here because there's lots of exits, like there and there. But okay, right? It kind of followed that weird line ribbon in the road. I mean, please get on your side of the road. Okay, okay. So you've got a kind of a sharp bend here. We'll see how well it goes in. Oh, it's lovely. Lovely job. Oh, it feels so planted. So nice. Yeah, you don't have to be scared of it. That's for sure. Oh, the sound. I don't know if that picks it up. But the sound is great. Right, guys and girls, I'll take you to my pros and my cons. As quickly as I can, I'm going to fire through my pros and my cons. Okay, so first pro, that engine. Oh my gosh, it's silky smooth, it's a powerhouse, and it sounds absolutely delicious. Just listen to this. With a set of custom pipes, that thing would sound amazing. The second is the comfort. You'd expect it from such a mile muncher like this, but when I say the seat is so plush and comfy, you feel like you kind of sat in the bike. The heated grips are beautiful with all their 5 levels. The bar position's nice. The DCT reduces fatigue on the clutch hand. The screen comes up and down electronically on the go. The comfort is there. Another pro, the handling. It shocked me. I didn't think a big girl like this could dance so elegantly and just glide across the ballroom. Honestly, the way it tackles bends, you would not expect it from a bike of this size. Now, of course, the steering takes a little bit of time to get used to just because of where the bars are positioned, where all the motion in the ocean goes on right down here. The bars are a little bit further back, so steering can feel a little bit odd at first. But once you get into your flow, it's stable, its weight helps it, you know, just plant on a line and act like it's on rails. And yeah, this bike in the right hands can move. Another pro is the tech. We've got a 7-inch TFT, we've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, which you can use with a wire. It isn't wireless on this model, it is on the 2025s. Bluetooth connectivity, cruise control, USB sockets, hill start assist, which is a godsend on something so heavy. Full LED lights, and this thing looks pretty when it's all illuminated. 4 riding modes, keyless ignition, keyless pannier openings. You literally just press a button and that opens. And of course the electric windscreen. And another pro for me that I kind of doubted was its manageability, its slow speed handling. But since riding this, I've come to learn that it's actually a delight. Okay, so moving on to cons. One of the cons is the sheer size of it. You can't get away from the fact that this thing is an absolute brute. It weighs a lot, it's long, it's a long boy, and ultimately you've got to find room for it in your garage, and room it does take up. But if you can get over the sheer size of this, you know, it can be quite intimidating, but as you can see, if I can ride it, anyone kind of can. But it is still a lump at the end of the day. Another con, this bike since 2022 is only available in DCT. There is no manual option. So if you want a manual Goldwing, you're gonna have to look, you know, pre-2022. Now you only have the option of DCT, and it can be a bit of a learning curve at first because I feel like a lot of people are scared about not having that clutch and not having that manual control. That was one of my worries, jumping on something so big. But, you know, 2 giveaways in and my concerns and worries were just eased. It is very, very easy to ride, and if you've never ridden DCT before, you shouldn't be put off trying it because of the control aspect of it, because you will just be able to get on this and ride it like I have. So one of my cons as well is sport mode. I love a good sport mode, but this sport mode is feral. It's wildly aggressive, and because it's so aggressive, it's a lot of bike to kind of control with that sport throttle. Maybe I'd get used to it, but I would kind of like there to be a throttle response in between the aggressiveness of a sport and the kind of slightly delayed roll-on of power of the Tour. I'd like there to be some middle ground. And how I'd like that is probably in a user mode that Honda are very good at on a lot of other bikes in their range, but it didn't quite make it to the Goldwing. So yeah, I think that would be good to kind of fine-tune throttle response and DCT, because obviously in sport mode it clings onto gears a lot longer with this, it's higher up in the revs, whereas with the Tour mode it's rushing through the gears quite quick because it wants to be as economical as possible. So yeah, if you could just customise different aspects of this bike in a user mode, oh, that'd be a winner for me. And then I guess my final con is price. They're just bloody expensive, aren't they? And they're way out of the price realms for a mere mortal like me. I mean, if you have a great paying job, you've got a good pension, fill your boots, but unfortunately the price of this thing is ruled out for somebody like me, and I can imagine quite a lot of people, especially in this economy. Right guys and girls, I hope you have enjoyed this vlog on Honda's 2024 Goldwing DCT bagger. If you have enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. Have you ridden a Goldwing before? What do you think about it? Would you agree with me and Stephen Knight that it's like a big bubble of calm, yet when you put it in sport mode, it can just go? Alright guys, stay safe and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!